Hashtag drones replace badges. Badges. I need some water. So basically, what that is I've seen how the military operates, and I've seen documentaries on the American military and terrorism and stuff like that. This is the third time I've made this video, so I'm just trying to focus in on the main things. So, drones, they monitor and surveil terrorists overseas, and then eventually strike down and blow them up, kill them, sometimes accidentally killing innocent lives, unfortunately. So, but the way I was watching that one time, and the way that they are monitoring them for, you know, however days, weeks, or months, or years, taught me that we could use that in America, even though it's a slight invasion of public privacy, right? But regardless, I mean, there's not too much privacy when you're out in the open anyways, so if a drone's watching you to keep you safe, I don't think it's any different than let's say a cop car driving by, or cop helicopter flying by. So anyways, so I think that drones, we use them for terrorism. Why not use them for American criminality? I mean, because we live here. Focusing on terrorism over there, great, yeah, preventing it from the future, from reaching us in the future, makes sense in some regards, right? But we need to stop the crime here, stop everything from, yeah, because homelessness and everything, the poverty, it's bad. So if you were to use drones to monitor the streets and the criminals and the potential criminals, you would stop every crime. I guarantee you can't name a crime, or, you know, I'm not even gonna say it like that. Name a crime in the comment section below, or just if you don't want to leave a comment, just think of a crime. Think of any crime. Write it down on paper. Write down a list of every crime you could think of, and just imagine a drone preventing that crime, or monitoring that crime, or the criminal or criminals before they can even do the crime, or as they're doing the crime, or after they do the crime. Example, if someone's speeding, a drone could take down their license plate, zoom in on their license plate, take it down, email them immediately, like right then and there. Email them and text message them to their cell phone if they have one, and tell them that they have been fined or they've been summoned to court, and boom, you know, because instead of, you know, I just feel like everything's becoming digital. We need to keep things digital. Even you could go to court, let's say, hopefully in the future we could go to court through a video camera, do video calls to go to court rather than have to step outside your home. Sometimes the wintertime is a burden, and whatever else, just traveling is a burden, and it's dangerous. So, but anyways, going back to hashtag drones replace badges, I feel like I covered it all. Okay, to elaborate further on what the police would do. Let's say we get rid of the police, keep the SWAT, keep the Secret Service, keep some of the higher branch ones. Eventually we could get rid of DEA, we could, you know, ATF. I don't think DEA or ATF make any sense. That's my opinion. And because, of course, you could get rid of drugs, you could get rid of alcohol. For the most part, you could get rid of firearms. You could definitely get rid of tobacco. So, the police, let's just say the police become drone controllers, essentially. Or they could do a different type of a job, like counseling or community service type stuff, whatever it is. I mean, nobody really, I feel like we're getting to a point where most people aren't going to have to work, so that's great, and hopefully there's world peace. I'm pushing for that. I'm pushing for goodness and veganism and world peace and digitalized betterness, because like all this paper mailing, you know, getting paper mail is absurd when we have email. We've had email for 20, 30, 40, however many years. So anyways, I just feel like we're slow in our transitions to digitalization, if that's a word, or digitalizing. So, hashtag drones replace badges. I've covered everything, you know, I mean, yeah, I've covered just about everything. And yeah, just use SWAT as the new police, you know, and use police as drone controllers to monitor. That's how I see it. And yeah, name a crime and I guarantee a drone would prevent it or stop it. I'm running into a circle now here, so I feel like that's it. I covered every little portion of what that means to me. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I specified, but I mean, if criminals were to be violent or they needed to be stopped, you could use a tranquilizer gun to shoot out of the drone and stop the person, or some sort of beanbag gun, gas can, shoot a gas can from the sky into a window, into a home that's filled with criminals or something, you know. So that's possible, to where they could shoot beanbags or rubber bullets, gas cans, or tranquilizers of some sort to stop people in the act, or the extremely dangerous people. They could shoot them, not with a bomb or a missile, but with a rubber bullet. So that's how I feel about that. I'm not against the police, I'm not anti-police, but from personal experiences and from witnessing things within my family, and how how the local law enforcement engages with my family or against my family or whatnot, I don't exactly agree with them and their intentions and how they behave, how they talk to people. And of course the internet exposes a lot of the badness from it too. But the police sometimes, I think there's one thing I left out where it's like, I apologize if I already said this. I don't think I did. This is the third time I've made this video, so I feel like I might have already said it, but maybe not. So anyways, I've watched police activity YouTube videos, and sometimes the police are overly aggressive. They'll kill animals when they could jump on their vehicle instead, on their police cruiser. And yeah, also criminals with knives, you know. The police could go to retreat to their vehicle if someone has a knife, and not shoot them and kill them. Jump inside their vehicle, the police cruiser, and avoid the knife, because usually a knife can't break through a window, and backup comes and usually it's good. But yeah, I've seen, you know, I've left comments on the police activity YouTube channel and voicing my opinion of it, saying I feel like police are too aggressive, and they basically, like I was just saying, there's a couple people walking by, so I just wanted to keep Jack intact. Yeah, just to kind of summarize and conclude what I was just saying. Yeah, the videos that I've seen, it's just like, I feel that the police can jump up on their vehicle to avoid a dog and not have to shoot the dog. Usually dogs don't jump up on a vehicle. They don't have too much traction up on a vehicle. Also, if a criminal has a knife, the police officer could run into their vehicle, potentially, if they have enough space and enough time. Jump into their vehicle, and like I said, a knife can't break a window, and those are two examples of overly aggressive police activity. And just overall, sometimes police are aggressive or pushy, or they use they let's say misuse their language, or the way that they use their language, like they're just kind of like, let's say, cocky or arrogant sometimes, and so it's just not cool to. It's like you're there to protect and serve, and just you're there for United States citizens. You're there for people who are supposed to be united. You are also supposed to be united. Just because you enforce the law does not mean that you have to be, let's say, judgmental with your speech, you know, or arrogant with your speech, or you know, your opinion always doesn't. Your opinion as a police officer doesn't exactly apply. No matter how you say things or what you say, you could voice advice, but once you take it past the advice part and you're trying to criticize people, and it's not constructive criticism, it's more of like straight up criticism, like, oh, you should do better, or you whatever it is, you know. So that's how I feel about hashtag drones replace badges. And like I said, I'm not against police. I'm not anti-police. And yeah, I just feel like they could be less aggressive. And of course, like I said, the SWAT could be the new police, and then the police could be the new drone controllers. The drones watch the skies, the streets, and give a heads up to the SWAT teams, or you know, the small amount of police police things, like teams, precincts, whatever, stations. There we go. Freaking. So yeah, if there could be a small amount of, you know, basically reduce the police force, and if need be, turn those police, instead of laying them off, turn them into counselors, teachers. And of course, we could be teaching from home through videos and focusing individually on every single student rather than having 30 students to one teacher type of a deal and all that. Anyways, drones replace badges, and the police could be doing either, instead of footwork, you know, that's another thing. You don't want to put pressure on human beings to continuously walk around, run around, chasing criminals, So drones replace badges, man. And the police could be transitioned into teachers or fitness trainers, basketball trainers, anything like that. Anything, like, you know, so, yeah. That, I feel like I covered everything. Sorry, I kind of slowed down. There's a couple people passing on skateboards, and Jack, of course, most likely would chase somebody on a skateboard. And I had to make, this is the third time I had to make this video. The first time I tried to make it, I had to stop because those two people came by and I had to go get Jack. And so, yeah, third try, man. And it was great to explain my opinion of policing and militarization, if that's a word, military and the equipment and all that. And yeah, drones could definitely stop every crime in America. Let's not be fooled. You know, I don't want to be like, you know, oh, you better listen, or you, I'll show you, you know better, don't act silly, you know what's going on, U.S. government. They do. And if my idea, hashtag drones replace badges, gets to the politics, gets to the politicians, you know, I hope that they highly consider it, because, you know, like I said, name a crime and I guarantee a drone could stop it, prevent it, or pay attention to it. And just like drugs, you know, drugs, they could be stopped easily. And it's almost as if some of these big countries are so rich they could just buy the Mexican cartel if they wanted to, and just tell them, be good, like, no more drug dealing, no more killing. Like, yeah, there's never ending the pain coming from those bad organizations, but at the end of the day, the whole idea is to be proactive and stop every bad thing in regards to crime now. Stop the criminal activity now, and then we could all live. So Hashtag drones replace badges. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I like to express myself, and I like to elaborate, and I like to branch out. And there was a couple people walking by, so I slowed down my speech. So, yeah. Thank you for tuning in to the visualization.